In 1981, when Jim Allen was seeking a place to begin his career, he could have chosen just about any location. But luckily for us and the company he now leads, Louisville held an attraction for him he couldn't resist.
When it came time to pick a destination for where I'd want to live and start my career, Louisville had it all in terms of a great place to live, great friends, a bit of a history here, and then the combination of having Hilliard Lyons here in the business that I really wanted to be in.
Over the years at Hilliard Lyons, Jim rose steadily through the ranks, ultimately being named president of the firm in 2003 and elected chairman and CEO the following year. And most attribute a great deal of his success to the business philosophy he embraces.
Financial services and wealth management are what we're offering our clients, but it's all about making sure that everybody can sort of fulfill their life goals and to build and preserve wealth, to be able to do what they want to do, to be able to send their children to college, to be able to retire, to be able to ultimately transfer that wealth. And so we're really in it to represent our clients and make sure that they get taken care of. And I think that focus, that philosophy, that integrity, those values are really what have enabled the firm to be around for 160 years. Not many firms can celebrate that kind of a history and legacy, and Hilliard is really somewhat unique in terms of how we've approached the business.
Clearly, Jim Allen's business success has been earned over the more than 32 years of service to Hilliard Lyons. But among many observers, perhaps the single most important thing he's accomplished occurred in 2007, when a proposed sale by the company's then owner, PNC Bank, forced him to take a courageous stand.
PNC had decided to sell Hilliard Lyons, but certainly the buyer wanted to move the headquarters out of Louisville, Kentucky. Jim Allen told the buyer and told PNC that he would resign his positions as chairman and CEO of Hilliard Lyons as opposed to moving the headquarters out of Louisville.
This was by no means a decision made lightly by Jim, because going along with such a sale would have resulted in a significant personal financial windfall. But in this case, principle counted for more than money. And the alternate solution, engineered by Jim, which resulted in the company remaining headquartered in Louisville, was a windfall for every one of us.
He did maybe the most financially unselfish thing that I've ever seen anyone do. I am convinced that Jim Allen could have stuck more money in his pocket in 5 years or less than he'll get paid for running Hilliard Lyons for 15. He was totally committed to the firm, to the community, and he didn't want to see 400 jobs disappear overnight, as what would have happened had the foreign firm bought us. You've got to remember that this financial world is for a long time has been characterized by greed, but Jim Allen demonstrated conclusively a total lack of greed and a commitment to Hilliard Lyons and the community.
What did it mean to Louisville to retain Hilliard Lyons as a corporate citizen? Well, it's quite likely that one of the most important civic developments of the past 50 years wouldn't have ever happened if Jim Allen hadn't been here to play a critical role.
He was heavily involved in the arena at the last minute because Jim Host received a call from Goldman Sachs, and Goldman Sachs told Jim they could not close the $349 million bond issue to build the arena because they could not sell the last $38.5 million in taxable bonds. Jim Allen and Pete Maheron met with the top executives at Hilliard Lyons and with Jim Host and Dan Omer and others and worked out a deal where that Hilliard Lyons would sell those bonds so that the bond issue could close and that the arena could be built in downtown Louisville.
A man who's achieved such success in his profession could be excused for not seeking even more demands on his time. But Jim Allen's civic involvement represents a true commitment to his community's overall well-being. His devotion to further the cause of education is well known, and those he works with find him to be an essential and valuable partner.
He has all those qualities that we all admire in a person. He's trustworthy, he's hardworking, he really walks the talk. He values education, but he does things that show that he values education. I can't think of anyone that doesn't hold him in the highest esteem. I think he has all of our respect. So if I were to say to a student, this is what you could be like in your future, or this is somebody to emulate, it would be Jim Allen.
Some people work for money, others work for fame. But Jim Allen works because he simply loves what he does, and that's a philosophy that served him and us very well.
My advice to young people is find something you really, really love, and then you don't look at it as work. So that's the way I have really viewed it here. I'm really never disconnected from Hilliard Lyons, and now with the availability of checking email and all of those things through handheld devices, I'm never disconnected and really don't want to be. So it's something that it's really part of me in such a way that I really like it. It's a hobby, it's my passion, and I really like staying involved and staying connected. Warren
Buffett said that when looking for a business partner, you want to find somebody that you'd like to have with you in a foxhole. I think Jim Allen would be a great person to have with you in a foxhole.